Good morning, this is 3.7, I think. I've done so many videos. This is part 2 of day 2. So everybody asks, when will I ever use this type of stuff in my real world? Well, this is the exact examples. Now, I'm not talking about scrapbooking, but these types of problems where you have maybe two different rates of maybe a gym or a cell phone plan, and you want to know at what point or would they cost the same. So let's just read this problem and we'll go through it. So Creative Crafts gives scrapbooking lessons for $15 per hour plus $10 supply charge. Scrapbooks Incorporated gives lessons for $20 per hour with no additional charges. Write and solve a system of equations that represent the situation, and then interpret the solution. Well, first we are given that our variables are hours and total cost. So we are going to be separating them by Creative Crafts. So that would be this part here, Creative Crafts, and then we're going to separate it to Scrapbooks Incorporated. So if you think about it, how are the two related, hours and total cost? Well, Y is going to be my total cost. So thinking about Creative Crafts, I need to write an equation where my total cost is going to be equal to something. Well, if I see the word per, that means that's going to be multiplied. So 15 times the number of hours, our hours is our X. So we're going to do $15 per hour, and instead of hours, I'm going to write X. Now that doesn't matter. If you wanted to write H, you could. But I have to add something to it, plus $10 supply charge. So usually if they say a base rate or a monthly fee, or that's going to be plus here if it doesn't have like a per by it, like $15 per hour, $15 per gigabyte, or depending on your word problem. But this one's per hour, so we're going to multiply every hour times 15, but we still have to add that $10 in. And maybe I should write in a different color pen. Okay, then I have to find another equation, and I'm going to go for Scrapbooks Incorporated. So this gives you lessons for $20 per hour with no additional charges. So Y is just going to be $20 per hour. So I have to graph these two equations. Well, this one is 10, or my y-intercept is at 10 here, so I'm going to go up to 10, and then my slope is 15 over 1. Well, I'm going to go up 15 and over 1. So I'm at 25, yep. And then I have to go up another 15 over 1. Up 15 over 1. Up 15 over 1. So I have my line here. I could continue to do that. I don't need that actually, because we only have it in our first quadrant. We're not going to go negative, so I'm not going to go, it's not going to be a line, it's going to be a ray. Remember, it just goes up in this direction. Then I want to do my y equals 20x. Well, if I add 0, remember that doesn't change it, so that is going to be my y-intercept. And the 20 is 20 over 1, so I'm going to go up 20 and over 1, up 20 over 1, up 20 over 1, up 20 over 1, up 20 over 1. So here it does intersect at this one point of 2 hours and $40. So both companies charge $40 for a 2-hour class, where here this means 4 hours is going to cost them $100, and a 4-hour class for the Creative Crafts would cost about...
Aiden Wilkie, please come to the office. I have a phone call for you. Aiden Wilkie.
Oh, wait, it's 5 hours, sorry. But 5 hours,
Leon Carey, can you please come to the office? Leon Carey.
But a 5-hour class for this one would cost about 81. So they're different all the other times they're different, but at one time they are the same. So if you just wanted to go to a 2-hour class, it doesn't matter in which one you go to. But say you wanted a 4-hour class, you would want to go, or a 5-hour class, you would want to go to this one of Creative Crafts because it's cheaper than your Scrapbooks Incorporated. Okay, last one. This one, the sum of Sally's age plus twice Thomas's age is 12. The difference of Sally's age and Thomas's age is 3. Write and solve a system of equations to find their ages and interpret the solution. Oh my gosh. Okay, so again, this one, you don't necessarily have which variable is which. So we're just going to say this here is Sally, and this one is Thomas. I have forgotten, which I should not. Every graph that you do should always have a label. So the whole title, is going to be ages. Well, I have to write 2 equations. One of my variables is Sally. That's going to be my x, and Thomas is y. So looking the sum of Sally's age, so plus twice Thomas's age is 12. So the sum would be x plus twice Thomas's age. So 2 times y. That's going to equal 12. Here, the difference of Sally's age, I'm going to rewrite it just a little bit to give me some room to work. The difference of Sally's age and Thomas's age is 3. So difference, remember, means subtraction. Write and solve a system of equations to find their ages. Well, I need to graph these. So if I were to solve for y, I would want to subtract x from both sides at 2y equals, remember you want to write the x term first, divide everything by 2. Remember there's an invisible 1 there. And so here I have y equals negative 1/2 x plus 6. So here I can go up to 6 and put a point, and now negative 1 means I go down 1 and to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Okay? I have a line here. And actually, because ages can't be negative, we're going to put 2 dots here. We're just going to have our line segment. Okay, here I'm going to subtract x. I have a negative y left. Remember the x comes first, plus 3. If I have a negative y, I need to change it to a y. Well, I changed it to its opposite. I multiplied, really. What I did was I multiplied by a negative 1. But I like to do a shortcut where I'm just multiplying by a negative 1, and all it does is change it to its opposite. But if I do that to 1, I have to do that to all of them. So this x, negative x, becomes a positive x, and the positive 3 becomes a negative 3. Okay, so now I have, I'm going to be down here at negative 3. But now I can go up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1. So I didn't want to cover up that 2, but that's okay. Okay. Now this point here is where this point will satisfy both of my equations, this one and this one. So that has got to be the age of the two siblings or whatever they are. So Sally, the point is 6 and up to 3. So it's got to mean that Sally is 6 and Thomas is 3. All right, that's all I have for this.